Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri, and in today's DIY Wednesday video, we have another learn with me. Yeah, let's just get right into it. We have done a couple of these styled videos. The resin project, Davis got me that little kit and I'd never done resin before, but I wanted to, so we tried it in the kit. And some of you actually went out and got that same exact resin stuff and made some shit too, so that was exciting. And then the other one we did was the Cricut. I still have not gotten over that. I'm very, very traumatized over the whole Cricut situation, hence why there hasn't been another Cricut video. But there will be one. It will be coming soon. But in today's DIY Wednesday, we're gonna do something totally different, something totally relaxing. I'm outside, I'm enjoying the day, I'm not in my garage. Oh, I just wanna relax. So that's what we're gonna do. And how are we gonna relax, you say? Anybody ever wanted to learn how to needlepoint before? Oh no, not needlepoint. Anybody ever wanted to know how to do embroidery? Because I've always been curious about it, and I found this kit at the TJ Maxx for $9.99. That's right. Today, on this DIY Wednesday video, we are going to learn how to embroider. Hopefully, by using this kit. I mean, look at how effing darling the little thing is. Now, it must be the tiniest project ever because the box is only this big, but we'll see. The birds, they are a-chirping, and I'm just gonna sit back here on this nice little comfy patio couch and learn how to embroider from this TJ Maxx kit. Don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we are going to find out together. As I open this kit, you might be thinking to yourself, Sheri, why on earth would you want to embroider? It's always been like knitting, embroidery, cross stitch, if you will. All of those things have always been interesting to me. Like I said in the refrigerator clean out, like exercise video thing, you gotta kind of try like a million different things to figure out what it is you really, really love to do. I have a passion for woodworking. We all know that. Give me a piece of furniture, I wanna change it into something else. Shelf specs, I'll build you that shelf. But I knitted before from one of those looms, those plastic looms with the like teeth, and I knitted like a bunch of scarves and a bunch of hats, and that was the perfect hobby to like pass the time in the evening while you're watching TV. But then I got over it. It was like, well, you can only make scarves and sweaters and scarves, and hats in the wintertime. But what do you do the rest of the time? So when I saw this at the checkout at the Marshalls, I was all about it. Now, I did look on the Amazon as well, and they have a bunch of these sort of kits. So if this turns out to be something that we just love, we might need to go to the Amazon and get a whole bunch more. So let's open her up. Oh my gosh, the little ring part that holds your fabric is smaller than this box. Are you ready? This is gonna be like, because I was thinking, I'm not even gonna lie, I was thinking like, ooh, what if we really like the embroidery and like we can take the fabric and like make a pillow or like a wall hanging? No, we'll be lucky if we can make an ornament out of this little guy. I don't know what I was expecting. The box is literally like 5 by 5. But here is our little embroidery hoop with the little fabric inside. I'm assuming it's just like coloring, but how do you do all the stitches? I don't know. And maybe it's good that we start out on a tiny project like this, because if we hate it, there's not a lot to finish. If we love it, this should be a good testament, and then we can go out and buy maybe a bigger embroidery kit. Okay, this might be actually really cute. If we love the way it turns out, what we can do is take the fabric out of the hoop, get like a small, like, I don't know, whatever this is, 8 by 8 frame from like the Dollar Tree or wherever, maybe you have one in your garage. We can iron this and then we can frame it and hang it in the bathroom. That would be so cute. So let's get going. Let's learn how to embroider together, because I've never done it, but it's always been very intriguing to me. So in the kit, we have our little hoop, and we also have, did they not give me an embroidery needle? Because I'll be pissed. But no, we have some embroidery floss, looks like needles right there, and then we have our directions. In this kit that I got at the TJ Maxx, it says compared to $14 that I got for $9.99, which is probably still too expensive. I mean, I don't know. How much does embroidery floss go for? 99 cents? Who knows? Anyways, I don't know. Is this an expensive hobby? What if I love it and everything costs a fortune? It does say that this set includes wooden embroidery hoop, embroidery design printed on white cotton backing fabric. This does not look white to me. Cream, khaki, if you will, tea stained. I don't know, but it's not white. I'll tell you that right now. 5 10-meter polyester yarns, 2 embroidery needles, and instructions. So everything we need to make this little guy, which I'm very excited about. Okay, don't you kind of feel like it's gonna be easy? Because I kind of feel like it's gonna be easy. Maybe time consuming, but easy. Okay, the instructions are not much. These are the instructions right here, and then there's the backside. There's not a booklet, it's literally some stitches, and that's it. Oh, okay, I was like, it doesn't even tell you what to do where. On this piece of paper, there are stitches, a lazy stitch, a stem stitch, a straight stitch, a fishbone stitch, a French knot, and a back stitch. And there are instructions on how to do all of those stitches. Basically, it says for like these little flowery petals to use the straight stitch. For these daisies, use the lazy stitch. For these ones, use the French knot. I guess we just pick where to start and then read about that stitch. And I feel like straight stitch might be the easiest one, right? These little flower petals right here are straight stitches. Now on the box, okay, so see these pink petals right here? See how there's like 1,000 of them? See how on this line drawing right here, there's like 10 lines for petals? How do I make these 10 lines look like this beautiful petal thing? Do I just guess and fill in the gaps? And I guess so. Let's read about a straight stitch. Straight stitch. Bring the needle up through the fabric and then back down through the fabric again to make one stitch. That's literally all the instructions there are for a straight stitch. I'm not joking with you. So for those of us who've never embroidered before, by these instructions, it's good luck to us. Here's what I'm guessing are our embroidery needles. Now my question is, you know how when like you're sewing a button, you like double the thread and then you do a knot, or do you do that with this, or do you just use, kind of looks like just one thing of thread. Okay, we'll try it. Now, is one needle broken? See how one needle is really, really long and one needle is really, really short? It looks broken. There's no point. There's no point in this. That's so funny. So I have one embroidery needle, so I better not lose it. Thanks. Thanks, Crafted Home Floral Embroidery Kit. Let's thread the needle. And I guess we just leave it dangling like this. This is what I'm guessing. I have no idea. I guess you tie it off at the end. All right, let's try. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to cut off a length of this, not too long because I don't want it to get like tangly. So I'm gonna cut it off right here. And then I'm gonna tie a knot in that end. It's been a slow start, but I have a feeling that we're just gonna love this. We're gonna sit back, we're gonna relax. You're gonna embroider some, you know, fucking pillows that say home sweet home and, you know, like, I'm not your maid. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, that's what we're gonna be doing. I know I sound like I'm joking. I kind of am joking, but I kind of do like the look of embroidery, especially like when it's in a frame and, you know, you could tell stories about how that was like found in the attic from your great, 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 great grandmother. And it's the only thing, you know, in reality, you made it from a $9.99 kit. I'm just saying. I'm not saying lie to your friends, but I'm just saying, if they ask, there's the backstory. So anyways, let's get going. It's like, how do you know where to start? Because the lines aren't on this side. The lines are only on this side. So you kind of got to like feel around and poke your needle in, I guess. Here we go. Let's just do it. Balls out. Never give up. Never surrender. Okay, so I'm going to just do this. Straight stitch. Okay, so we have one, yay. And now I think from here to until I get to here, I'm just gonna keep going beside this one and then make sure that I do a long one here and then like do maybe long, medium, short, short, medium, long to here. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do at least. So instead of going all the way out to this, I'm gonna cut this one short like a hair. Ooh, look at me embroidering. Seriously, this straight stitch is not too bad. I mean, come on, if I can't do this. So far, this is way better than the Cricut, I'll tell you that right now. So now I'm gonna go a little bit in on this one, and then I will go ahead and start like building my way back to longer stitches. Okay, so far this is really easy. Now picture yourself. You're leaning back, you're enjoying the day, you've got like vodka lemonade or a Truly or whatever, and you're just sitting out here, maybe you got the tunes on, and you're just embroidering yourself a goddamn pillow. It doesn't really get much better now, does it? Okay, it has been 25 minutes and I have gotten 2 flowers done, and actually, the doves, they are doing their dove call, and I'm literally just sitting out here like back like this, doing some straight stitches and loving life. I do need to go get me like a Truly or something out of the fridge, because seriously, I was sitting here thinking about nothing, just straight stitching. That's it. And it was so peaceful, and my mind was at peace, and I wasn't thinking about the million things like, oh my God, I should dust, and I need to do this, and I should probably go to the grocery, you know. Point of the story is like, it's just so relaxing. I'm not even joking you. Pretty much these last 25 minutes have been like the best part of my day. What I kind of learned on these first 2 flowers is these lines are just kind of a guide, and you have creative license to fill them in as dense or as non-dense as you want. I'm going for dense, in case you couldn't tell. So I'm gonna keep straight stitching until I'm ready to move on to a more difficult stitch. But so far, if this is embroidery, I'm digging it, and it's easy. So far, so good anyways. I hope I'm not speaking too soon. Okay, so it has been 40 minutes and I have all of my little pink flowers done. That's it for straight stitching. We're done with the easiest stitch, or what I think is the easiest stitch. And right now, I'm telling you, I love it. Seriously, day drinking and embroidery, kind of nothing better. So we need to move on. Don't you think we need to do these stems? This one and this one say stem stitch, but then I guess the little spikes that come off to hold the leaves, maybe they're saying back stitch. So I'm gonna do that. I'm taking creative licensing. For the long green, we're gonna do a stem stitch, and for then the short green to where it's gonna touch a leaf, we're gonna do a back stitch. So, what the fuck is a stem stitch? I don't know, let's figure it out. Oh, there are 3 bullet points. Okay, so what it looks like to me is that you go like 1, 2, but then in the middle of 1 and 2, you put 3, and then you go outside of 2 to make 4, and then the middle of 2 and 4 to make 5. Let's try it. So my green thread is ready. So I'm going this long one right here, and this long one right here is a dark green stem stitch. So we're supposed to put it in at 0.1, and then we make 0.2, which is gonna be, I mean, they really don't say like 1 centimeter away. It just looks like kind of far away, right? So I'm gonna go to 0.2 about right here. So this is 0.2. Then I'm gonna come up between those 2 points in front of the thread. That's 0.3. And then we go a little Humpty Dumpty for 0.4. And then in the middle for 0.5. And then over here for 0.6. And in the middle for 0.7. And then over far away for 0.8. And then you just keep doing this. That's what it looks like to me. And we're making almost like a zigzaggy. That's what it looks like on the box, I'm not gonna lie. So it's basically far away, middle, far away, middle, far away, middle. Pretty easy. Always bringing your needle up in front of the thread on the middle. Instead of like going back behind, you wanna stay up in the front on the middle stitch. I mean, you get it, it's pretty easy. Look at us making a stem stitch. Trying to find where your needle comes up through is probably the hardest. But other than that, it's pretty easy. That stem went by in no effing time. Look how cute. Oh, come on. I'm loving it. I'm just saying, you guys might think I'm a total dork, but I kind of love embroidery. Let me finish this stem with the dark green. I'll do the light green stem stitches, and then we'll learn how to back stitch for the other ones that go to the leaves. I know, you're on the edge of your seat right now. I can totally tell. Okay, so I was so into the embroidery, I completely forgot that I had told Teacher Jody that I would sub her Friday night 6 to 7 class. So I'm in front of the pole studio right now because it's 5:45 and I gotta teach stretch class for an hour. So yeah, I had to put the embroidery down. But I'm telling you, I did not want to. Good thing I set a phone alarm. Otherwise, I would still be embroidering right now, drinking that Truly. Embroidery, mind free. don't think of a damn thing. Forget everything. That's exactly what happened. But now I gotta go teach. So I'll be back at embroidery as soon as I can because I am loving it. Okay, I am back from subbing Teacher Doty's class. I'm ready to get back into my embroidery. So before I left, I learned the stem stitch to exactly match what's happening on the box. So now we have to learn a back stitch. And I'm pretty excited about it if I do say so myself. They're 4 bullet points. It's like we're upping our bullet points with every stitch we learn. Oh, okay. You bring the needle up through the fabric at point 1, down through the fabric at point 2, then back up through the fabric at point 3. Then back into the fabric at point 2. Dot 1, down in dot 2, up in dot 3, back down in dot 2. That's easy. Embroidery is kind of easy. Up, down, up, back down the middle hole, then skip a hole to up, then back down the middle hole. I totally got this. I totally got this. Thread is ready. We are going to work right here. Back stitch from the stem to the leaf. My needle is coming up through the bottom right there. We're gonna go up, then we're gonna make another stitch down in hole 2. Then we're gonna come up a stitch length away right here. And then we're gonna go back down. So we're going backwards, back to hole number 2. Boom. Now when we come up, we're gonna skip hole 3 and come up a stitch length away from hole 3 into hole 4. Come up in hole 4 and then go backwards to hole number 3. Now come up in hole 5, a stitch length away. We're gonna go backwards, back into hole 4. Come up at hole 6 and go backwards into hole 5. And then come up at hole 7, which is the very tip of the leaf. And then go back into hole 6. And voila, we literally just learned a back stitch. Bam, look at that. We did it. Now I'm gonna back stitch here, 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 and then we'll learn the next stitch. Okay, back stitching is done. That was super easy. There weren't really too many lines that I needed to back stitch, just right here, right here, right here, a little tiny baby one there, and a little tiny baby one there. Easy, easy. But next we have to do the leaves. The leaves are called a fishbone stitch. And according to the picture on the box, it looks pretty intricate. I hope it's easy. Let's read about it. Bring the leaf down the center of the spine at point 2. Bring the leaf up at point 3 and back down further along. Yep, okay. You bring your needle up at point 1 at the top of the leaf and then down just a little bit away from that, like so. Next to point 1 is gonna be point 3 on the outline of the leaf. And then we're gonna go above where we did our point 2 mark, and that's gonna be point 4. Do we alternate back and forth sides? Oh, yep, we do. We alternate. Now we're gonna come on the other side of point 1 and then go above point 4 to what would now be point 6 here. And we're just alternating. Stitch on this side, stitch on this side, stitch on this side, stitch on this side. Very easy. And then we're gonna come up here like so-ish. I'm telling you, getting the needle where it needs to be is the hardest fucking part of the whole thing. Boom. We're making our center line right here. We're gonna go here, boom. Oh yeah, it's starting to form. I can see it. Then we're gonna come on the other side and then back to center here. And then up on the other side. Okay, the leaf might take a lot of time, but it's gonna look so cool. Boom, here, and then back to center. Boom. Look at us making a leaf. Oh, it's so cute. Is that what theirs looks like on the box? Oh yeah, that's exactly what theirs looks like on the box. Oh my God, you guys, I'm serious. Embroidery is kind of my jam. I am loving every second of this. I seriously can't. I seriously can't right now. You guys, seriously, just stop the video, go to the TJ Maxx, the Michaels, the Amazon, whatever, and go get yourself an embroidery kit. You are gonna fucking love it. I am not joking. I know it seems super weird that I am over the moon for an embroidery kit, but I'm telling you, it's so relaxing. It's so nice. Our days are so hectic. Golly, it's so great. Look at this beautiful thing we're making. I love it so much. Oh my God, this leaf is gonna be so fucking awesome. Like, can you even right now? Seriously. I'm gonna finish these leaves, and then what's our next? I think we've almost learned them all. Ooh, the next one is a French knot. Oh, we haven't learned a lazy daisy. So we have lazy daisy and French knot to go after I get all of these fishbone leaves done. Okay, so it's been about 1 hour, and seriously, look at all my fishboned leaves. I love them. I'm dying. I am dying over this. I know, I've said it this entire video. I had no idea the pure satisfaction I was going to get from embroidery. Not only is the end result going to be stunning, I'm just so like meditation at its finest. Like, I don't meditate because that just sounds boring to me, but this is like you're doing something, you get something out of it, but you don't even have to think or worry. I mean, the only thing you're just so hyper focused. Not one time have I been like, okay, oh shit, so tomorrow I need to wake up. I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to da 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 da. No mental checklist is going off in my head. I'm loving it. We get to learn our next stitch, and we're gonna use the burgundy thread, I think. Ooh, it's a French knot. So far, I gotta say, all these stitches, props to this kit. I was bagging on it at first, but you really don't need more instructions than this. These stitches are very easy. The directions are worded. I mean, maybe you have to read them twice, but for the most part, bring the needle up through the fabric, wrap the thread around the needle twice. Insert the needle back into the fabric close to where the needle came up. Keep the thread taut as you pull the needle through the fabric. This is the picture they're trying to show us. I hope this isn't where it all goes to shit at a French knot, because I'm really loving it. This little cluster of dots is a bunch of French knots, so we need to master that. Okay, let's give it a shot. Bring the needle up through the fabric, wrap this part, like, I don't know, wrap the thread around the needle twice. Keep the thread taut. I don't know, guys. This could be where it all... No, nothing happened. Okay, what the fuck? What are they trying to tell me? What am I not understanding? Maybe we wrap the thread that's closest around twice, so like 1, 2 this way. Keep the thread taut, Sheri. Okay, let's try that one more time. No, nothing happened. I just made one tiny baby stitch. Okay, wrap the thread around the needle twice. I'm holding it real taut. So I'm pulling it back down. Okay, keeping it real taut. And then keep pulling. I did it. I totally 100% did it. Okay. Once you get it, you get it. You push the needle through. We're gonna bring it all the way out. Holding close to the fabric portion, I'm gonna wrap this around my needle 2 times. 1, 2. I'm gonna hold this real tight as I jab the needle back close to where I just brought it up. Keeping a hold of this one real tight, push the needle down, pull it through, still holding, this is what we wrapped with. Holding it, holding it, holding it, bam. Oh my God, I totally made a French knot. Let's try it again, because I think I got the hang of it. Bring it all the way through. Hold close and low, wrap 1, wrap 2, holding it real tight, put it back where it was almost, shove that needle back down, pull it through, hold it, and pull. Yep, I got it. I am a fucking embroidery genius. Savant, wouldn't you say? I'm gonna French knot the shit out of this. And let's see, what colors are we French knotting? Oh, now that I have French knots so good, the only French knots are right here and right here. So I'm gonna do those and then I'll show you when I'm done. But French knots, got them. They were a little hard at first. They're easy now. Okay, Seriously, French knots are now my bitch. I'm amazing at them. Look at how darling these two flowers are. Now, the center of all of our little pink flowers, those are all French knots in this light color. But before I do those, I wanted to learn our very last stitch, the lazy daisy. Oh, okay, this seems super easy. So we're literally gonna make a loose loop. Then at the point of that loop, I guess, we're going to stitch a little stitch so it's just not flapping in the breeze. That's it. That seems easy enough. I mean, if we could do a French knot, we could do a loose, If we could do a French knot, we could do a lazy daisy. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we're gonna go up through here and we're not gonna pull tight when we go back down into number 2, which is supposed to be very close to number 1. And we're not gonna pull it tight. We wanna leave a loop. Oh my gosh, this is the tiniest little loop. This is so tiny, how in the world? These lazy daisies might take for fuck ever. Okay, there we go. Inside of the loop, pull that like so, and then right on the outside of the loop to tack it down like that. That one is so tiny you can barely even tell. Yeah, they're just kind of like on the box, like flappy and loose. Let's try another one and see if it looks any better. Here, right back next to it, here, and leave a little tiny baby loop of thread. Jeez Louise, this one's so tiny. How they expect you to do this? So I'm gonna use this other needle so that I don't pull it tight. That looks good. Up through the inside, not too tight, and then down the back side of it. Voila. Whew. You definitely need another little needle holder to hold your loop. Yeah. So, tiny baby lazy daisies are kind of a pain in the ass. It takes a lot of dexterity to try to keep your loops from not pulling tight, which I had a little bit of a hard time on that one, but it still looks okay. This one I'm hoping goes a little bit better, but then look at how fucking tiny these are down here. Are you kidding me right now? I'm gonna try my best. And then I just have to do the French knots in the center of these big pink flowers. Oh, and then put little pink centers in the middle of my lazy daisies because that's what it looks like on the box. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving it. I can't get over it. It's so cute. Those French knots, they look so good. Embroidery, who knew? There's part of me that doesn't want to stop and wants to keep going, but then there's part of me that's like, dude, it's late, go to bed. But oh, I want to keep going. I want to finish it so bad. Okay, I'm gonna put it away for now and I'm gonna go to bed. And then the next time you guys see it, it's probably gonna be fucking done. That's all I have to say. Okay, so are you guys legit ready to die? I woke up this morning and I've been doing nothing but embroidery. It took me a couple more hours to finish it up, but I am telling you what, it is amazing, amazing. Get ready for it, because here comes the final reveal. Dun, 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 dun. Look at it. It is amazing. And it's still in the little ring thing, and it's amazing. Now, I know that if you wanted to just keep it in the ring and hang it like on your wall, you just trim away this extra fabric. But what I'm thinking, unscrew it to loosen it, and then this will just pop right off. I think I'm gonna get a frame. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I love this so much. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trim this so it's not so much fabric with just a little bit of embroidery on the inside. So maybe there's like an inch all around. And then with this fabric, it does that natural fray thing. So I might fray the edges just a little bit and then put it in like a cute white frame and then hang it in my bathroom. Come on, how can you not love this? And it was $10 for this kit. I'm telling you, this kit, well fucking worth it. Now, according to TJ Maxx, this kit is regularly $15. We don't really know about that, but it is by The Crafted Home. It was a good kit. I mean, when all is said and done, what did we learn? We learned like a lot of stitches. The straight stitch. We learned the French knot, which might be my favorite stitch. Fishbone stitch for the leaves, which might be my second favorite stitch. The stem stitch, We learned a lazy daisy stitch. Oh, we learned a back stitch. So 6 stitches in all. And we made this, and the directions were so easy. Even though I was like, are these enough directions when I first opened it? They were plenty. The proof is in the pudding. This kit totally came through. You know, if you've been wondering, like, I don't know how high on the list embroidery is, if you're like, I want to learn. But for me, it was pretty up there. I want to learn how to do everything. Maybe I'll like some stuff, maybe I won't, but at least I'll know how to do it. And for 10 bucks, this kit is legit. And bonus, look how much embroidery floss I still have left. So when I'm ready to embroider every single one of you, your own satin, like This Is Real Life jacket, you know, like the pink ladies in Greece, I have the extra embroidery floss to do it. I don't even need to go out and buy anymore. But if you really were getting into embroidery, you would just save this and then you wouldn't have to go buy it until you ran out of this. Now I know these are very specific colors, but I was thinking you could print out your own design, like my face. Get it onto this fabric somehow. Trace it, light box it, maybe print if you have a Cricut. I hear you can print right on fabric. And then use that and embroider your own creation. I'm just saying, pillows for everybody. So yes, this DIY Wednesday video, learning to embroider with me from this kit, I think was a 100% success. And if you're interested in embroidery, I say pick up a kit for 10 bucks. Give it a shot. If you hate it, you're out 10 bucks. But if you love it, 10 bucks well spent. And you get a beautiful little piece to display wherever you want. Props to you, Crafted Home Floral Embroidery Kit. If you have more, I want more. I want embroidered butterflies. I want embroidered trees, birds, doves, swallows, beach scenes, what have you. I want it. Like a whole wall of just framed embroidery. I'm not even joking. What I love about it, and I think that's why I'm such a fan, we are busy human beings. Our brains are constantly doing the mental checklist. If we're doing the laundry, we're mental checklisting everything else that needs to be done. If we're at work, we're mental checklisting. If we're going to bed, we're mental checklisting. Because this is such a detailed, fine, precise thing that you're working on, your brain just focuses on this. And while none of these stitches were hard, it's just the detail and the precision of like doing the French knot, doing the straight stitch, that your mind doesn't have a chance to think about anything else. And I loved that until I put the embroidery down, and then it turned right the back buck on. How often do we get a little escape? You know, even if we're doing a spa day treatment on ourselves, your brain is still active. I think that we need a hobby or a task that's very just detailed, not difficult, to where our brain is just solely focused on that one thing and doesn't think of anything else. And I think that's why I love embroidery so much. I'm gonna embroider the shit out of everything. Probably with kits. I think kits are the way to go for me for a little while, because you get everything you need in a kit and it costs you $10. And then once I do enough kits, then maybe I'll work on doing my own creations. Oh my God, can you imagine the This Is Real Life logo embroidered? I could hang it in the garage. Done. That's what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna have to have John like design it up for me. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to put it on this fabric, but I'm gonna do it. One day, you guys are gonna see when we're out in the garage DIYing, you're gonna see like an embroidered This Is Real Life logo hanging in the background. Mark my words. So yeah, embroidery, love it. Give it a try. If I've recommended anything else on this channel, this might be my #1 recommendation. You can't beat the price, you can't beat the result, you can't beat the relaxation, you can't beat it. Embroidery, who the fuck knew? I had no idea. I was just curious to see if I could learn how to do it. And you can. It's very easy to learn and anybody can do it. I'm gonna link some kits below. Check them out, or go to the Michaels or the TJ Maxx. Maybe they'll have one at your TJ Maxx that you can just pick up right now today. So if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Make sure to share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.